things happen, and it seemed like that last game was a bit of an off game for almost everyone.
The Pugna AA combo is pretty solid. It's something that Kuro and the boys would know well. That was a huge staple of their drafts back at TI7 when they took home the title.
So do you feel like some of these weirder picks we're going to watch? Kuro, he's dead, right?
Maybe.
Certainly dead. Rasmus is going to be the one to take first blood.
I think the lions, raptors, whatever the creature is, he's like, hey, over here.
Yeah.
And then they start running after you.
Oh, yeah.
You got to think that far.
Shit moment.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why did I think this was a good idea? Yeah. Because now you've just been hurting yourself. Your frontliner's gone. Mind Control is being chased down right now. He's got a Dragon Tail in a second. If they can actually hit it with stopping him from Timber Chain, they do. And they get the kill. Mind Control falls.
Not necessarily be picking fights, but you're always ready to fight. And it does help you scale significantly.
Big amount of burst damage. Rasmus, he is very tanky, but Timbersaw, it just makes any of these strength heroes look so easy to deal with.
Rasmus just rushing a blink. Poor Tofu, man. He's just getting ran at all times.
Yeah, he really is. Cold Feet will get him some distance. Over the triangle, Gilger's being run at here by GH. And now, oh, this is a big kill. Getting Stormstormer. They're going to use the Terrorize to make sure he can't life drain anymore. And with this kill, quick and fast.
Not even bothering with it. They have warded strictly to slay. They're now going towards mid for the more valuable tower. Armen in trouble, though. Has the hood.
He does have GH next to him as well. Here comes Mind Control. They're going to start kiting backwards here. Rasmus is going to be stunned up, and the dangerous thing, Mind Control's coming in, but he's getting a little low on mana. Rasmus building up on the minus armor thanks to the viscous nasal goo.
Wow.
Looks like it's going to be Mind Control who's the victim of the over-aggression.
In a DK stun, the Timber died because there was so much magical burst. They don't even need auto attacks. But this is the problem, is that oh, nice deny.
They're going to try and go for RMN here. He's facing the right direction, too, for them to be able to burst him down. Nicely done. They've got the burst damage to kill any of these guys. And Timbersaw, he's actually going to go back into this one. The life drain, keeping Stormstormer alive, but the Terrorize now going to fear him out. He may be rooted, though. Mind Control's not going to be able to catch up to Stormstormer. They've got some more magic damage, and he's dead as well. Ace actually was able to chase down Kuro. They're still going to try and chase after ILTW. Double frontline heroes that can create space for our spellcaster to make sure they hit all of their spells. But Nigma, they're going to get on top of him first with the ILTW leading the charge. He managed to find Tofu. The stun coming out. Dragon Tail, the Ice Blast as well. Onto Mind Control with the life drain. They managed to burn out the Timbersaw. But RMN is right up in their face. He's doing more and more damage over time to Rasmus. But he's chased away by the life drain. The Terrorize is going to be used to make sure the Pugna is not a factor. Ace, they can't really deal with him, and as they try and run away, here come the Blink Daggers. Ace is going to be able to blink forward as well in a second here. Oh, got hit by the Quills.
Shouldn't have been able to blink there, but alas, I don't know if you want to fight that anyway.
Hold up. The back line, but they found Mind Control first. They're going to get the jump here along Timber Chain through. They just need a little bit more damage, and Stormstormer's got that damage to finish him off. Tofu, he will be the victim here, but that is fine for Stormstormers, especially as they get a return kill on a GH who couldn't actually get off the Shadow Realm. He gets zapped down by the Nether Ward. Rasmus sees his opportunity to be able to get fresh initiation onto the Ember Spears. They have chain stuns. He's dead. Triple kill for Stormstormer as they could just keep chasing these heroes down. The only thing that's stopping them from blinking and catching up is the Quills, but Gilger, he can certainly run him down, missing the LSA. He does still have the Yules. You're going to look for Kuro first. Feeling like maybe RMN's a little bit too much to handle, but apparently not everybody got the memo that Rasmus was going for that one. All right.
Dude, say whatever you want. Mind Control's playing like a beast. It's an impossible Timber game. He's just consistently targeted at the start of every fight, but he is with no stuns and just a pipe.
They're going to be moving over. Smoke from Nigma as well. They're going to break that smoke. ILTW leading the charge to break the smoke, making sure he doesn't get caught. Really nice jump in from Mind Control. So much damage, and he may still... No, he actually gets blasted down pretty quickly, but the damage he did is quite nice. He's going to be able to TP back into this fight as well. There was only one Ice Blast, so now he's coming in, and he's a monster that cannot be stopped. Smashers are immediately out of this fight. They're going to be chased down. It did cost them the buyback on Mind Control, but now Nigma are looking good to be able to finish up that Roshan.
This is a very...
Here it comes. He's going to start TPing in now. Armen shows himself right as the rest of his team is right behind all the... Oh, no, he blinked away. ILTW, he's on the hunt for the Pugna, but now he's been caught by the Yule Scepter LSA. Fortunately, he's got a BKB, so let's shrug that off. The initiation only killing Gilger here. So far, Rasmus, he's in pretty far, and he's chasing after Kuro. But the rest of his team may need his stuns. Whoa! Actually force them in order to hit the stomp and TP out. That's a cute move. GH, he dies, but immediately buys back. He sees that Ace is definitely dead. And Stormer, well, he's going to turn around and try and go for this kill. But because of the buyback on GH, he's got to terrorize. He's got disables to make sure that the Pugna will be chased down by RMN. And look how fast he's moving. Catching up to Tofu now. Hit so damn hard, but it wasn't quite enough damage.
And get back into championship form. But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We got Roche. Here comes the big battle.
Rasmus inside of the pit. Immediately going to find the opening here. Onto mind control. They can burst him down nice and fast. They do. Laguna play. That certainly does the trick. Half his health and he's just gone. ILTW jumping in real deep to go for Gilger here. But the Yule Scepter into the LSA is going to force out. No, he actually holds on to the BKB. Jumping over like a madman. Now he pops the BKB. He sees Ace a little bit low and they're going to go for that kill. Now he does still have reincarnation and he's toggling his armlet. So he's kiting out Nigma very nicely. It's good that they move all the way around like this. Otherwise, their smoke would have broken and they would have been spotted by the ward. Now the smoke breaks. Tofu is the one that breaks on. Ace immediately jumps forward. Oh, goodness. There goes Kuro, but he buys back almost immediately. Rasmus down to about half health. The Ice Blast is going to come through. The Bristleback is a pretty decent target, but they don't have any more nukes left, it's looking like. A Stormer is going to be gone on. The Spider Legs will only carry him so far to Crepify, and he's just out. Rasmus... he's going to have to battle it out with Ace alone here, so the supports are easily going to be chased down, but they just do not have the power anymore. TP away for one. That fails. Ace, he'll be okay. Lena will be cleaned up here, but it's looking like Nigma can very easily... I wonder, are they... you do Roshan here? Or are they going to go and just hit towers?
Tofu, unfortunately, didn't really get with the team. He had the smoke broken. I wouldn't
ILTW in deep here. Can they get the stun on him? No, he gets off the BKB off of the Slight, and Gilger, well, he turns around, throws out the Laguna Blade, but of course he's should be rather dead here. The Glimmer K plus to Crepify, offering him some opportunity, but ILTW not hit by the LSA, so Gilger is caught once again. Minute on the clock for him, and Smashers are gonna have to once again head back inside their base unless Ace, he's gonna go for Kuro here. He knows does not have buyback right now. Life Drain doing a lot of damage to the Timber Saw, but he pops the cheese. He's gonna be back up to full health, and Rasmus being run down by ILTW and all that magic damage. First life of Ace gone. ILTW getting a little bit low here, but he still has a minute on the Aegis. So
suddenly that 100-0 and a stun lock isn't really possible, and oh, they got him. No BKB, they know it.
Yep, and that's why they jump him, and that's why Ace is trying to bail him out right now with a Life Drain. They're trying to keep Rasmus alive, and it's doing a little bit of work, but it only stalls inevitable for a couple more seconds. He's going to buy back now because Ace desperately needs the trouble. They're trying to save each other, but it just means they're all going to drown as Nigma start washing over them bit by bit. ILTW is fearless as he continues to charge in after hero. He bounces in and out when he needs to. Gilger somehow making it and running the opposite direction of his base in order to try and stay alive. But ILTW catches up to him. So no chance at a rebuttal from Hellbear Smashers. Ace also being found here, this time on the other side of the map. Hellbear Smashers split all over the place. They're running out to try and save Ace here on the second life, but Mind Control's here, so that second life of Ace, it's going to go down real quickly with the Terrorize and the Whirling Death. Yeah, you could see Ace just... Hellbear Smashers, they just seem to be out of it right now. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Stormer keeps on poking at them and blinking away before he gets caught, but the problem is he's losing objectives in the process. Second lane of barracks, first lane of barracks rather, down. Nigma can start working towards the second one if they want, but the Wraith King is coming back up.
Yeah, he has the Arcane Rune and finally near full remnants. up to 4 charges. It's more than he's had in what feels like 2 minutes or 2 hours.
Here he joins and immediately jumps on, gets the Gleipnir onto the 2 supports. A Yule Scepter from Gilker, but he doesn't have anything to get himself out of this sticky situation. Ace starts backing up. This fight's already over. Hellbear Smashers. Back to the base they go. ILTW looking to catch some extras. They will manage to find Tofu here. He gets off the Ice Blast last second. Just before he dies, neither one of the supports has a buyback now. Rasmus approaching forward, Gleipnir onto the 2. They can keep chasing him as Rasmus is dead, and they know there's no buybacks left. They can just kind of keep running at Ace. But instead, they're going to opt for objectives, get megas, while Hellbear Smashers don't have the buybacks. Time to put an end to this series. It's looking like a Stormer steps forward and finally does get caught. He's going to use the BKB, clear off all those stuns.
And don't forget also, just Kuro with his spirit is removing all of these heroes' innate magical resist.
Yep.
It's a very chill ET game.
Gilger coming back. Tries to help Stormer. Does have a little bit of play. They do manage to get the kill, and he actually doesn't have buyback. So they get megas, but Nigma won't be able to end the game just yet, and especially if they can actually get these kills. Ace is going in deep here, and he's going to die, slowing everybody down, giving an opportunity for more of spells to be casted on Nigma. They've now killed 2 of the cores, and everybody else is free for them. And just as long as they have the disables to be able to catch them, all of these kills should be theirs. Hellbear Smashers finally winning a fight. It feels like they've lost the last 10, 15 engagements. They finally win one, but it comes at a cost of megas.
Understand the whole thing with the oath and everything, but couldn't we just extend that to, hey, go get rid of all the bad guys?
He gets a couple of swings onto ILTW. The Ice Blast is coming in as well. That's also going to land onto ILTW, but his VKB is keeping him rather healthy here. Gilger going to be chain stunned up right now, but Rasmus does manage to get in there. The problem is the damage, even with the Divine Rapier, is looking kind of wimpy. Nigma just continued to kite around Ace constantly while killing all of his allies. Ace has got another blink coming up here. So you can jump back in. No, they're going to hold around the tier 4s while their Lena's dead. But Gleipnir, mind control, missing out. Chain just a little bit shy. Definitely could have killed Rasmus. May end up losing his life as a result. Trades out for Rasmus here. Ace trying to find something to hit, but good golly, Miss Molly, he just cannot seem to actually hit heroes for very long. He just kited around constantly. Stormer, committed, and inside of the fountain, ILTW does manage to get him. Make a creep, swarming in. Stormer's going to buy back here, but look at this. This damage. This Pugna just doesn't do anything. Half the time he's being Lotus Orbed, so RMN is getting a life drain right back onto him. The other half of the time, it's Ace. He gets like 2 swings in, and then he either dies or the enemy heroes run away from him.
He's trying his best, Cap.
He really is, but at this point, it feels like his throne is going to die before he dies. Stomp lands on a 2. Stormer being caught here. Not too good for the Smashers, is now the throne being at half health. The Ice Blast is going to come through the Laguna Blade, but it's still, they're rather healthy, especially with Ace being stuck inside the brambles, constantly stomped, brambled, slept, stunned up again by the Curse Crown. Stormer is like trying to stop this as best he can, but he's actually losing more HP than Nigma is, despite all the life draining. ILTW is trying to kill them inside of the base right now, while Ace is dealing with the creeps as the creeps continue to march forward onto the throne. Now, nice and slow, Ace, he spots Kuro, and he's like, enough of you, I'm tired of this stuff. But if he walks away from his throne, Nigma start gunning for it. They do pop the glyph, and that's going to be able to buy them a second chance here as Ace continues to move forward. Mind control, jumping outside of the base now, but the creeps keep on pushing forward. Stormer throwing his life on the line, but ILTW in the back will finish it off in style, jumping over and finishing off the throne. A 2-0 as Nigma. They had some fun winning this series against Hellbear Smashers.